guys, it's Mrs. Kelly again here for day 2 of our learning. I have our anchor chart we used yesterday, and I want you to remember how we kind of thought of things that we think we know, and then we read a piece of text about the Statue of Liberty, and we did things and we wrote down some things that we learned, and you on your own chose a topic. I'm not sure which topic you chose, and you created your own little chart, kind of similar to mine. And you were able to read a text, and figure out things that you are learning, and kind of correct maybe some misconceptions that you had. And that is okay if you have any misconceptions, because like you see from my sticky notes, I clearly had some misconceptions too. So, we still have some questions that I didn't get answered yesterday. Now, we're gonna kind of focus on these today and add on some questions. Because here's the thing. Researchers, when they're researching, they don't just have 1 or 2 questions, they have multiple. And researchers really take their time to dig deep into what they're researching. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to dig as deep as possible into our topic. Some research takes months or years to research. Now, we're only going to do this for 1 week. And if you decide after this that you want to research a little more, that's okay. That's great. That means you're excited about your topic. So, today we are going to be dealing with some wanderings. And wanderings are things that we just want to know, some things that we have questions about. So I know that now on my wanderings chart, I want you to notice I have little flags. I already have mine written out, just the questions, just to save us a little time. But now you're going to have to write yours out. And remember, at the beginning of every question comes a capital letter. And at the end of every question is a question mark. So be sure to include those. So now on my wanderings chart, I know that I was still curious about what color the Statue of Liberty truly is. So I have that question. What color is the Statue of Liberty? And I can even put my sticky note right here to remind me. And then I had the question, what year? What year was it built? And I remember that yesterday I thought it was built in the 1800s. And then those were the only 2 questions that I had from yesterday. But now, let me think of some questions that I still have about the Statue of Liberty. And see, I'm kind of stumped because I really just don't know. Because I thought I used up all my questions yesterday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a new piece of text that I have not read. And I'm going to look through it and just to see like what kind of questions I could come up with. Now, in nonfiction texts, which is texts that are real, they have facts in them, you have a table of contents. Now, I'm going to read through my table of contents and kind of figure out what questions I have. So I see at first it says, a symbol of freedom and opportunity. That's kind of strange. What does a symbol of freedom and opportunity mean? So I think I have that question. Because I know that the statue was given to us from France as a sign of friendship, like you give your friend a birthday gift, but what does it mean about opportunity? I'm curious. The origins of the Statue of Liberty? Well, I know that. It came from France. Financing the Statue of Liberty? That kind of means like, who spent the money? Well, I don't think it was France. Building Liberty? I know that it was made in France and then they brought it over here. Gigantic proportions, because it is huge. The statue's symbols. Liberty arrives in America. Ellis Island? What is Ellis Island? I think that's going to be my final question. Because I really don't know what that is. And I'm curious to find out. I wonder if it could be where the Statue of Liberty is that's in the harbor of New York. Maybe it's on Ellis Island. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my table of contents and other text features to help me answer these questions. Because when you have a nonfiction piece of text, you have your table of contents, which has the titles of each section and the page numbers. So if I wanted to look at a symbol of freedom and opportunity, I flip to page 4. And on page 4, I have my title again, and then I have some reading, and then I have some pictures, or a picture. And so when you're looking at a nonfiction piece of text, this is another section. The origins of liberty. Now this one has an extra text feature. They have some captions with our pictures, and those are important. Those give us special information about what is in our pictures. And so each section is going to have at least a title and a picture. And see, here are some more captions with our pictures. Ooh. Now I want you to notice, in a nonfiction text, they're going to use real pictures. Now this is kind of a drawing, but it's real. It tells us where New York is. Now I also want you to notice how sometimes your captions are going to look like this. But also notice how they have bold words. Now bold words are very important. Just like the table of contents, your titles, and your captions. Bold words, the author uses bold words because they're trying to specifically point out certain parts, certain words and sentences that they want you to notice that has really good information in it. So you're going to need to pay close attention to those text features. Now, my first question is, what color is the Statue of Liberty? Now, I'm going to use my table of contents, or even sometimes you can use an index, which on the back, it has words that you can use, and you can look up where each word is in your book. So, I see Ellis Island is on 3 pages. It's on page 4, page 24, and page 30. So I can flip to each of these pages and find some information about Ellis Island, or just whatever kind of information the author is including on that page. But right now I'm going to use my table of contents. So I'm looking for, what color is the Statue of Liberty? So let me go through and figure out what page I think that will be on. A symbol of freedom and opportunity. I don't think so. The origins of liberty. No. Financing liberty. No. Building liberty. Maybe so. So let me flip to page 14. And maybe they'll tell me what they did. I'm going to look for my title, Building Liberty. So now I'm going to look through the text and I'm going to see what text features first pop out. Well, I see our title, Building Liberty, so I know I'm on the right page. And then I see Alexandre Gustave Eiffel. Wow, that must be this guy's name because that caption is right by that picture. So I'm going to assume that that must be that guy's name because I don't think the author would put anybody else's name next to his picture. So let me read this. Bartholdi decided to make his statue out of thin sheets of copper. There is that word copper. Because copper is light and easy to mold. The interior of the statue would be supported by an iron and steel framework. So I was right yesterday. There is a little steel in there. But I wasn't quite completely right because it's mostly copper. This would make it both light and strong so that it could be transported all the way from France to America. Because the statue was so large, Bartholdi had to work on it in sections. He needed the help of many different artists and craftsmen. One of the men who helped him was Alexandre Gustave Eiffel. There he is. Alexandre Gustave Eiffel was the famous engineer. There's a bold word that's important. He's an engineer who later built the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Eiffel designed a strong iron skeleton to support the statue's copper plates so that the statue could withstand high winds and changes in the temperature of New York Harbor. Wow, look at that support system he made. That looks really detailed. He really had to know about the statue. Now that's so cool, but I really still don't know what color it is. I know it's made of copper. So I'm going to put that. Because that's important.